I've brought to life the most handsome men of the past. Actors, soldiers, royalty. Their charm survived centuries, and now you'll see why. Eugen Sandow sculpted his body into classical perfection, becoming a symbol of strength, masculinity, and beauty. Fridtjof Nansen wasn't just a polar explorer. His commanding jawline and heroic presence helped shape the image of a 19th century adventurer. Konstanty Zamoyski was Polish nobility, and his portrait reflects a blend of youth, class, and hauntingly gentle beauty. Almanza Wilder lived a quiet pioneer life, but his calm eyes and rugged charm inspired generations through Little House on the Prairie. Rudolph Valentino, the original screen heartthrob of the 1920s. With his smoldering gaze and exotic charm, he defined silent film seduction and became a cultural icon of romantic masculinity. Oscar Wilde was flamboyant, witty, and devastatingly handsome, a cultural icon whose looks were as memorable as his words. Hermann Rorschach created a test that revealed the human psyche, and, with his intense stare, he could have been part of it himself. Robert Gould Shaw led the 1st All-Black Regiment in the Civil War, and his idealistic gaze and noble bearing are etched in history. Mann's photo wasn't just a portrait, it was a statement. Without filters or retouching, charm came from posture, gaze, and grace. John Rennie Trumpeter may be little known today, but his youthful elegance preserved in 19th century photography is timeless. These weren't influencers, They were poets, soldiers, actors, thinkers, and sometimes all at once. In a world without selfies, their legacy lives on through a... Richard Francis Burton traveled the world, but his commanding beard and intense eyes made him unforgettable at a glance. Cristobal Balenciaga changed fashion forever, but it's easy to forget how effortlessly handsome he was in his younger years. Clark Gable, the king of Hollywood in the Golden Age. With his confident smile and rugged elegance, he stole hearts in Gone with the Wind and became the blueprint for cinematic charm. Robert Kajanus brought elegance and poise to the world of music, his refined features matching the grace of his compositions. Frame, now brought to life. Douglas Fairbanks, the swashbuckling king of early Hollywood. Known for his athletic stunts and dazzling charisma, he brought legendary heroes like Zorro and Robin Hood to life with effortless style. Ernest Hemingway exuded a rugged magnetism. Whether young or old, his face told a story. Bold, wild, unforgettable. Joseph Weitzer was an athlete, but his strong jawline and classic profile looked more like a movie star than a runner. Henry van der Weyde captured others' portraits, but his own composed expression and Victorian style stood out just as much. Charlie Chaplin could twist his face into comedy, but his natural features were refined, delicate, and undeniably attractive. Sesshu Hayakawa was a Japanese-American silent film star who became an international sex symbol in the 1910s. His brooding gaze and quiet strength made him one of Hollywood's first heartthrobs. Gustave Le Gray was a photography pioneer, yet his own intense profile made him a portrait subject worthy of the medium he mastered. Andrew Irvine disappeared on Everest, but not before his noble features and adventurer's gaze became legendary. Antonio Moreno, the Spanish-born actor, was the original Latin lover of early cinema. He dominated cliffhanger serials and captivated millions worldwide. Earl Williams was once voted the most popular film actor in America. With his romantic looks and heroic roles in silent films, he captivated audiences and set the standard for early movie stardom. Mike Tiernan was a baseball star of the 1890s, his clean-cut good looks and athletic build embodying the early American sports hero. Norman Carey was a swashbuckling American actor, often called the Clark Gable of the 1920s. His sleek features and adventurous aura made him a timeless symbol of silent-era masculinity. James Stark was a painter, but his Victorian portrait reveals a soft intensity and dignified beauty that transcends his art. And some faces remain unknown. Their names may be lost to time, but their beauty, captured in a single photograph, still speaks across the decades. Rudolph, Crown Prince of Austria, had a melancholic charm, a tragic figure whose brooding good looks captured imperial Europe. Back in the 19th and early 20th century, male beauty was a different kind of art. Men grew their hair longer, wore mustaches,